Good morning, my little chickadees. It is March 19th, the first day of spring. Doesn't look like it out there. Excuse me. Also, it's Happy St. Joseph's Day. So if you know anyone who's named Joseph or Josephine or anything like that, wish them a Happy St. Joseph's Day. Really proud of the work you did yesterday with your homework. Rachel, I'm glad you thought the lesson was fun. I love getting all your little personal notes, guys, on your homework. So if you want to, just keep writing me notes. I love seeing that. I miss you guys so much. Okay, so today we're just going to continue solving different types of problems. Actually, not solving so much as simplifying. So we're still simplifying those equations. So I'm just going to show you a few, and then I'm going to give you some homework problems. So here we have the cosine of x times the secant of x minus cosine x. Okay, notice that I switched from theta to x because it's hard for me to keep saying theta so much. Okay, so here I'm going to distribute. So I will have cosine x secant x minus cosine times cosine is going to give me cosine squared x. Interesting. I'm going to change secant. So now this is technically cosine x times secant is 1 over cosine x minus cosine squared x. And very nicely, guys, this is going to cancel out and leave you with 1. 1 minus cosine squared x. And I probably should have told you guys that with this lesson, you should have your formula sheet out, or I didn't send you the formula sheet. I know that I want to retype it a little better for you guys. You didn't need all that other stuff on it. But you should have the notes from yesterday. And 1 minus cosine squared x is just one of those Pythagorean identities flipped around. So this really equals sine squared x. Okay, so that's another problem we can do. Hold on a second. I started the video and I didn't have anything to write the board down with. Okay, my trusty little rag. All right, let's try another one. Okay. Oh, this one's interesting. Secant x minus 1 times secant x plus 1. You have binomials multiplied together. You're going to have to FOIL. However, do you notice anything about these? I took a sip of coffee while you noticed. Conjugate pairs. You know I love conjugate pairs. Remember what you have to do with conjugate pairs? You don't have to FOIL, you just have to FLA. So I'm just going to do the first, which is secant squared x, and -1 times positive is -1. Take out your formulas from yesterday, guys. What do you have? Wait, I have to pause this because I want to just get the formula sheet. Okay, the formula sheet, okay, and I'm holding up mine. Secant squared minus what? Minus 1 really gives me tan squared x. Okay, so those formulas are going to be important, and you guys should start thinking about them and committing them to memory. Okay, guys, now we're about to get medieval. Hi. Okay, here we go. Yes, we have to do it. It will get harder, Corey. I'm sorry. I know you're asking that question, and it will get harder. So here's one that's going to get harder, and I don't even know if I have enough room to do it on the spot, but we're going to try. Tan x plus cotan x over secant x cosecant x. Okay, first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I am going to change everything. So tangent is really, no, I'm going to switch up my marker so that you can see the difference between each problem. Tangent is really going to be sine x over cosine x plus cotangent is really cosine x over sine x all over. Secant is 1 over cosine, and cosecant is 1 over sine, and here we go. So now the denominator is simple enough. the denominator is multiplication, and I can multiply. So if I think about it in the denominator, it's just 1 over cos, up, can't even see that. Let me see if I can adjust my camera. I'll hold this up. 1 over cosine x sine x. Okay, that's just the denominator. The numerator is going to be an issue. Why? Because we're adding fractions, guys. And do I have the same denominator? I don't. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to do the top part of this on another board. This is where I missed my classroom. Okay, so I'm just going to add that, if you can see. There you go. No, maybe not. No. All right, just trust me. I'm going to add sine x over cosine x plus cosine x over sine x. They have different denominators. To find the same denominator, I'm going to make the denominator be sine x cosine x, which means I'm going to multiply this by sine x over sine x, because that value is 1. It's not going to change its value. And this by cosine x over cosine x. When I do that, my new denominator is going to be, I'm going to put it all as 1, sine x cosine x. Sine x times sine x is just sine squared x, plus cosine times cosine is just cosine squared x. Okay, at this point it may not be that familiar to you, but bells should be going off in your head. Ding, 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 ding. This is a Pythagorean identity. Sine squared x plus cosine squared x actually is 1. So this is really 1 over sine x cosine x. So this is what the numerator of that one simplifies to. So I'm going to bring this back and I'm going to put it in the numerator. Okay, so the numerator is now 1 over, now over here I wrote it as sine x cosine x. See that? You know it doesn't matter which order you put it in. Okay, 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3. So I'm just going to put in the same as what I have already written on the board. Again, sorry, forgot you can't see it. Now, what I have going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is I have this fraction here divided by this fraction here. When I divide fractions that have the same denominator, technically it's multiplying by its reciprocal. So 1 over cosine x sine x times, all right, I'm just going to put it here, cosine, oh my God, it's hard writing and holding this, sine x over 1. This and this cancels out, and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this whole big monstrosity simplifies to 1. Oh my God, that one was crazy. Okay, I think at this point, that is going to be the hardest one I'm going to give you right now. In fact, I'm looking over the homework questions that I have for you. Yep, they're not going to be as hard. There will be 1 or 2 that have a fraction in it, but it's not going to be as hard of a fraction. So I want you to at least try it. Remember, check the file section the next day, because I always put your homework answers there. If you can, okay, wait, let me, hey guys, oh, I don't want to be so close. Okay, if you can,